Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Arbuckle. Welcome back to another video. Today I want to share with you guys some quick tips and tricks that'll hopefully help you to get those gold and diamond camos for each of your submachine guns in Black Ops 3 a little bit easier and hopefully a little bit quicker, and maybe we'll even get you a little bit closer to that dark matter camo if that is what your end goal is. But the challenges you're going to have to complete with each individual submachine gun are 100 headshots, 10 revenge medal kills, 50 kills without attachments, 50 kills with optic and 5 attachments, 2 rapid fire kills 5 times, and 5 bloodthirsties. So the first one that I want to look at is probably the most obvious with every single gun in every Call of Duty ever, which is to get 100 headshots. A lot of people are going to recommend playing hardcore when going for this, and I will recommend it as well, but honestly to me it's more of a personal preference. If you're a really down-to-earth core person and just want to stay away from hardcore as much as possible, you're still going to be able to complete this challenge. It's just, it might take you a little bit longer just because core, obviously it's going to take more bullets to kill people, and what tends to happen in core is people shoot at the head initially, but because it takes so long to shoot people or to kill them, by the time they're dying the kill shot won't be on the head, and that's what keeps them from getting those headshots quicker than it would in hardcore. But if you are going to play hardcore, that's good, that's all good and dandy, it's probably going to make it easier for you. But if you are a person that wants to stick to core, maybe you just want to play Chaos Mosh Pit and try to get it quickly by playing on small maps and crazy game modes, I recommend running grip and extended mags. You can just run around and no scope people, and you don't necessarily even have to aim for the head, right? You find most people's reaction is to aim down sights before they start shooting. With this setup, you don't even have to aim. You can just kind of look towards the head and start spraying, and actually it tends to work really well, probably a little bit too well. But the next one is to get 10 revenge medals or 10 revenge kills with whatever submachine gun you're using. Obviously, a great tip for this is to play on the small maps, Chaos Mosh Pit. Play game modes where you're most likely going to run into more people or the same person over and over again, which is the reason I say small maps like Nuketown or Combine, where you're going to keep seeing the same people over and over. And it makes it a lot easier. This is one of those challenges that tends to just really come while doing the other challenges, so save this one for last. Don't necessarily focus on this one. That's one that's probably going to come when going for like the 50 kills with or without attachments, or going for one of the other ones, because that one's just really basic and doesn't take a lot of thought to really get done. The next challenge is to get 50 kills without any attachments. So obviously, because you're not going to have any attachments, the goal for this one is to run as many perks as possible. So the goal is to run 6 perks. And I recommend playing hardcore. The reason for that is when you don't have any attachments on your gun, especially if you're a person that's used to using a lot of attachments, you feel naked. Your gun just feels naked and you just cannot kill people in core. When playing hardcore, you don't really need attachments to kill people, obviously, because it only takes a couple bullets to gun someone down. When you play core without any attachments and you're used to running them, it feels really weird, and it makes it that much more difficult to get those kills. So I definitely recommend playing hardcore. And again, you only need 50 kills, doesn't really take that long. The next one is to get 50 kills with an optic and 5 attachments. So obviously you're not going to have to run any perks, because you're going to have all the attachments and just an optic. Now the tip that I have for this one is to play Chaos Mosh Pit or the small maps. Now when you have all the attachments, your gun is going to be overpowered. You're going to be so much stronger than everyone else when it comes to your weapon. But you're not necessarily going to have an advantage perk-wise. Like, you're not going to be able to hide from the radar. You're not going to be able to boost around a lot quicker. You're not going to have all those separate perk advantages that you're given. So it makes it easier to play on small maps where it's better to have a stronger weapon than it is perks, perk setup rather. So try to play on those small maps when you're going for these kills. Again, it's only 50 kills, so it's not really going to take that long regardless of what you're playing. But those are just some quick tips that I have. The next challenge is to get 2 rapid fire kills 5 times. This is another one of those things that kind of just appears. This is one of those challenges that just happens out of nowhere. But if you're stuck on this challenge and you actually have to go for it itself, the best thing to do is to play game modes like Chaos Mosh Pit, Domination, or Hardpoint. And I definitely recommend playing Hardpoint a lot more over playing Chaos Mosh Pit, because Hardpoint is one of those game modes where it's literally headquarters. Everyone's going to run to the exact same location, which makes it very easy to get a double kill. All you have to do is spray. You can shoot. You can even spray through the walls and it works. So Hardpoint's a very good game mode to do this on. If not, play Chaos Mosh Pit. Probably work just as well. And the last challenge you have to complete is to get 5 bloodthirsties. This one, again, is just one that pisses people off a lot. A lot of people like to camp, and for some reason, for me, when I camp when going for bloodthirsties, I always tend to fail. I'll get on like a 3 or a 4 and I'll die. So the best thing to do is to try to do the bloodthirsties while you're doing some of the other challenges, so that you're not necessarily focused on not dying. When you get to a point where this is the only challenge you have left, and you're trying so hard not to die, what's going to happen? You're going to die. I mean, that's just the way this game works. That's the way life works. Like, whatever you don't want to happen is going to happen. So again, try to go for these while you're doing some of the other challenges. Hardcore will help conserve ammo when going for this one. One thing I noticed that when I was doing it is that, you know, when you know that all you need is a 5 kill streak with your weapon, you're not really afraid to shoot extra bullets, right? When you're in a gunfight, you're not afraid to shoot extra bullets because your goal is only to kill 5 people. But the flip side is, when you get to a point where you've killed 3 or 4 people, if you've used a lot of ammo, maybe you've gotten some assists down the line, you're going to be low on ammo. And what happens if you get on a 4 kill streak and don't have any ammo to kill anybody to get the bloodthirsty? I mean, you end up getting screwed. So with hardcore, because you kill people so quickly, you don't really have, there's not an ammo problem, unless you're running scavenger, then you don't have to worry about it at all. But anyway, guys, hopefully some of these challenges will help you to get those gold and diamond camos, and maybe even that dark matter if you don't already have it. But I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see all you guys in the next video.